let's dive into that. One of my bullet points was that on purpose. And because I found that really intriguing is, some individuals, they talk about how to make a profit and enjoy what they do, but often purpose is missed. And you mentioned your goal of purpose is to help as many people as possible, regardless of wealth. Let's expound on that. How is that guiding you on a day-to-day for your firm? How do you get everyone rowing into the same direction in terms of that purpose?
Well, I think it starts with number one, the type of people you recruit to your law firm. And I don't think a core purpose is necessarily a negative or a positive, like there's not good or bad core purposes, but I think it's important you have one. And if you structure it the right way, it's going to attract the type of people that have similar values to yourself. In our profession, I saw some law firms that I felt like got lost because they focused too much on money and not on helping clients. There was an attorney in town that got in a lot of trouble for bribing judges, running cases, and it's like spending the rest of his life in prison. His name is, I don't want to put his name out there because I don't know if that's defamation or not, but he got in a lot of trouble. And I saw a few other attorneys that seemed like they weren't doing it for the right reasons. And then I saw some other amazing people that felt like they were making a lot of money, but they were helping clients one at a time. And so that's where that idea came from. And it helps drive, okay, what type of people do we want to join the firm? Do they agree with our core purpose? If, maybe they're at a firm where they're handling 1,000 cases and they don't know their clients, that's probably someone that maybe wouldn't line up with our core values. Are they, and then when it comes to types of cases we're going to work on, does it feel like a case where we can make a difference in the person's life? Or is it a case where we're just trying to make a quick buck? That helps determine, how we might approach if we're going to take a case or not. How many cases can each lawyer have to be effective in helping our clients? At our firm, we have a ratio of about 35 cases per attorney. And that's intentional because we want to try to maximize value and get the most out of each case. That means we have to take cases of a certain size. We can't take a large volume because you would need 100 lawyers to do that. And that helps drive that decision. And everything down to how we run the operation side is kind of run through that prism. It might make us more money, but would it sacrifice us helping clients?
One of the words that I just want to emphasize here that you keep repeating is clients and not customers. Clients has emotions and feelings, and they're people and they're humans. They're an individual, and customers, just a widget's a thing. And so I really agree and love that aspect of what you're saying. And I'm going to dig into this too, because I just want to highlight a few things. So we're talking thousands of reviews. Like you've got hundreds on multiple locations, not only just Google, on Facebook and on Yelp. And I was going to dig into client satisfaction and using the word client and customer satisfaction. And let's start with one of the phrases you say is each client's always going to deal with a lawyer on the case and not be just a case manager, and you're going to get those attorney insights. How did that come about? How do you see that affecting this whole client satisfaction?
That's a great question. The first thing that I think you have to realize is, do I truly want to know what my client satisfaction rate is? And one thing we do is every case the client is required to fill out a short survey before they finish the closing statement. It's part of our DocuSign where we actually get the true unvarnished opinion of the client. And our client satisfaction rate is about 96%. And that's clients that have to tell us before they finish the document. And obviously, like if they absolutely refuse, they wouldn't have to. And so as an attorney, you have to decide, do I really want to know this information? Because wanting to get a positive Google review for marketing is different than knowing if you have a satisfied client base. The other thing is there's nothing wrong with having a practice where case managers deal with the clients. It's just not our approach. And a lot of case managers do an amazing job. Because we have a small docket size, we want the client to have an intimate relationship with the attorney. So the attorney can, one, evaluate the case, two, maintain strong client control so they listen to us. And that's because of trust. And trust is built over the amount of time you interact with someone. and how closely you interact with someone. If I just send someone an email, trust is going to be pretty wide. If I've had, 6 in-person meetings, trust is going to be pretty close. They're going to believe in me as a person. And so it's all tying together, and client satisfaction is not just for, a gimmick. It's like that allows us to be successful. When we're in a mediation and it's a really, difficult situation, the client has a tough call, they trust us because we've spent a year building that trust. If we don't have it, then the client's not going to trust us. They're not going to listen to us, and we're going to kind of not get the result that's best for them.